What's up, gang? Today's question is the effect of social media on me. Alright, let's see. How should I approach this? Alright, there's a future note for self. Create a framework for me to answer these questions, so I have some basic structure and I can approach things easier. Okay, let's start. So how has social media affected me? Well, for the past so many years of my life, and I'm sure many people's lives, right? People have gotten sucked into the world of Facebook, Instagram, or even just media consumption, like YouTube and stuff, Netflix, right? And we spend so many hours on it. Like, this average screen time is like 2 hours, at least 2-3 hours a day, worldwide, maybe. And for me, that average screen time is like 4 hours. Technically it's only 3 because I'm using Google Maps and I'm not actually looking at the screen then. But yeah, that's still a alarming amount of screen we're looking at. And that means it's got the time to influence us, whether that be unconsciously, through the dopamine hits that we get, or through like who we watch and what we do because of who we watch, right? For example, Speed. So many kids follow Speed. He barks like a dog, he runs fast, does speed things, and that's made kids want to do that as well. Like, just be more retarded, be more themselves, be more funny. It's a great thing he's done for his community, like, aside from the dangerous stuff he does. Like, as long as you have common sense and you can hold yourself back from those dopamine hits, social media isn't that bad, but it's psychologically very influencing. So you really got to have a lot of self-discipline when it comes to using social media. Because like Byron Dempsey was saying, it's true that, like, social media, it's not, you should try to use it for good, or use it for creating rather than consuming, right? So that's why I'm doing this right now. Create more content. But yeah, he wanted to say that. I don't know what else he said about social media, but he does say use it more for the connections it builds you, right? The 1,000 doors, not method, 1,000 doors theory, right? You open one door, it could lead to another door. You never know what's behind it. So when you put it into the context of social media, Instagram specifically, let's say you message people who you kind of look up to, or who are doing something that you want to be doing in the future. Just send them a message through Instagram. It's that easy. You can send a message to anyone. And like obviously not all the time it'll work, but like if they do respond, and hey, you never know what opportunities might arise. You might be able to talk to them and get to know more about their experiences or do something from that. And that's the great thing about social media. You get to connect more with people, with your family, with friends, with strangers who share your values. And I think that's what social media is built for, you know, to share those values with others and connect. And it could just be through consuming content. Yeah, you connect through people. But as long as you're not deep in the dopamine doom scrolling, that kind of behavior, activity, then you're good. And even like just finding things like on Facebook Marketplace, I found that I research so much I just look at all the deals on Facebook Marketplace, like almost every day when I had Facebook on my phone. And I'm like, that's just not good for me. Like, yeah, I can find some great deals, but at what cost, man? At what cost? So yeah, just delete it if it's not working out for you. I just delete the app, or I could just use Screen Send, but you know, deleting the app is so much easier, more control. You know, like James Clear said in his Atomic Habits, make the cue invisible, and then you won't be able to trigger the habit. It's that simple. So yeah, Facebook Marketplace gone because that was just, you know, taking up so much of my attention. It was not worth it. I did get like a good deal with I say good, but I still got to fix it with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Screen's a bit tilted and it's starting to get to me now. But yeah, you gotta control yourself. Control. It's all about control. Just know when to stop, when to use it for good. Like, they have so many features on social media now these days that it's getting so hard to actually just, you know, talk to people. And that's why I prefer apps like WhatsApp or Messenger. It's purely just messaging, or just SMS and phone calls. Man, I need to do more phone calls, but yeah. Don't have enough friends who won't call though. Then we have like the common Instagram is probably the worst one, honestly. Like, it's mixing the dopamine hits with messaging. Like, it's great for sending reels to friends, but it's like you know, like, why? Like, aside from that, it could just lead to another dopamine hit. You don't want that happening. Well, I don't want that happening. That's why my Instagram reels, it's no more brain rot, or as little brain rot as possible. Try to keep it that way. Try to keep it to content that inspires me to make content, inspires me to be myself more. And try to remember the content that I actually consume. One way of doing that is through subscribing to people. So I just follow them. I follow follow their topics, their content. And that way, you know, it's like a repetitive learning. You begin to learn who they are, what they do, and in turn they could become like a role model. Like, especially on YouTube, I have like 150 sort of subscriptions, and that's quite a few of them I do look up to. Like, I share the values. That's great. I love that. And so yeah, I think that's all I have for today. The well has run dry. And my voice has run dry already. Oh shit. I need to improve my tone. You hear that? Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you. Improve the tone. Have more clarity in what I say. 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 And you'll reach places you've never. Oh, it's getting a traffic jam now. Traffic jam. Oh, yeah. It still feels like my voice is in between places. It's like I'm still in puberty, man. Ugh. It's like not deep, but deep enough. I can go deep, but that's the usual deep voice I'm thinking of. Are the ones you typically hear. They're not. They are not. Well, my voice isn't as deep as that. But, like, it's like husky, sort of. Anyway, we'll fix that in future videos. I gotta remember that. Write that down. I'll write that down. See you at the next one. Recording off. Stop recording.